Okay. Hi. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your girl Cinquetta here, and I wanted to talk to you guys and get your opinion on a situation. So today's topic is 3 ways women emasculate men as told by sin. And I have a special guest with me today. This is Isaiah Lee. You've seen him on my show before. I like to get him when it comes down to sharing a male perspective on things because I feel like I'm talking about men. So it's just like, he will help balance things out for me. And before we hit live, we were just discussing this like, okay, it's only so many things that women can say about men because we're not men. So here's a man right here that can actually give us his perspective. So that's why he's here today. So
it's my perspective, not every man, just mine.
Right. Okay.
I'm having to say that.
Yeah, men that think like him. Right. So he's here. Thank you again, Isaiah, for joining me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to share my screen really quick because I kind of want to show you guys what made me bring this conversation up. You know what I mean? I just don't. Sometimes I pull from the sky, but other times I do not. So in this instance, I actually have some evidence I want to share. So, Isaiah, do you see the screen? Oh, yeah, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Do you see the picture okay?
Yeah.
All right, so I seen this picture on Instagram from a page I follow. So, ladies, I think you guys should follow Not Your Typical Woman because they be telling that really, really good truth. I really like their page. And when I seen this picture, I was like, hold on, wait, what? So the post says, it's a support for me. This is a female, a woman, a lady saying this. It's a big debate about saying female, calling women female. So let me get it straight. So a lady said, it's the support for me. He knows I don't have many people to practice on, so he let me practice on him. And I said, that is really weird to me. I couldn't really tell if she was trying to flex. That's the little vibe I got from it too. Okay, she's trying to prove something oh, look how I got my man. I got him, in this way. So in a way that made me think it was very emasculating because people can do what they want behind closed doors, but you posted this for a reason. So was you trying to get clout? Was you trying to get to show I got my man So what do you think, Isaiah? For me, I said this is one way women emasculate men by making them their, what did I say here? Using him as a flunky or a do boy,
Yeah. Well, it's emasculated. B, people don't know this, but I actually figured this out because I get on the social media, but for music, and I don't really I just scroll on stuff. Mm-hmm. But half this stuff that we see and people post like this is from younger generation people. You know what I'm saying? So when we see it, we thinking, oh, this is how love is supposed to be, this and this. But we watching these young kids do it how we used to do it, but they just doing it worse. So that's number 2. Number 3, this, I wouldn't say it's a flex, but it's just oh, yo, look, he's basically trying to say, oh, he's supporting. When in reality, he probably just I'm here. I'm gonna get my little nail done for you. Boom. And then it's that. So he probably just supporting, to be honest with you. But it looked kind of nutty to me personally. But you gotta think these are teen children that are posting this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. If they was 30 plus, then it'd be a whole different ball game. But these is children. So they thinking, buy me a bag, buy me this. My man do this, my man do that. I'm saying they're not really putting 2 and 2 together. But yeah, I wouldn't be doing this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather just buy you what's the fake hands? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Buy you one of those.
That's what I was saying. Why could he, to support, why not do that for her? You know what I'm saying? Why not buy her the fake hand? Why would you as a man sit up there and have your girl do that? Because actually I feel like that's a waste of time for him. He could be playing basketball with his friends or something else or at work, but I just feel like it's other ways to support. You know what I mean?
Because in reality, he wasn't about to go. I'm not saying he wouldn't buy it, but in the time frame, however this was done, he's not about to go buy that thing, and whatever the time frame was. B, It's like, all right, boom, let me do it. He probably didn't think she was gonna post it, but posted the joint, so his hands look all crazy.
Okay, so I like what someone else said when I was like reading the comments on this. Let me get it. When I was reading the comments on this post, they were just saying like, "Is this? Do I click it here? Wait, stop. Let me do it again. I want to see the comments." But someone said something really good. Like, you really mean to tell me she don't have friends, or like nobody would want a free manicure? Like, ladies wouldn't want a free manicure? Like, I'm not believing it. You know, I'm not buying it.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there was other ways she could have went about it, but she's like, oh well, he's here, and she's not about to call her girls when he's standing, he's right there. And she like, babe, do this for me. All right, yeah, because I mean, like I said, we fought. Well, like I said, we 30 plus, but these people, I'm gonna be 31 August 4th. Yay me. You know what I'm saying? But these people are teenagers, so it's just like, oh, whatever my babe wants, I'm gonna help out. He gonna look, but what they don't know is this social media. So if he like 21, 10 years from now, he gonna look like, bro, I did this. Yeah, my man, you did that. So,
but even if it didn't go on social media, like,
we wouldn't know.
True, but isn't it like a bit much?
I mean, if he comfortable with it in his little private time, do your thing, player. I can't see. That's what I be telling a lot of people. Like, they were like, yeah, well, what if we didn't know about it? Like how we had that conversation last time with the Mendices and all that situation. You don't know what they did in their private time, and a lot of people be trying to figure it out. I'm like, y'all will never figure out people doing their private time. Like, we can't be like, just me personally, I can't be so consumed about what people do on this internet because I don't know these people from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? So like this right here, we see it, it's a bit much.
But okay, then how come you don't think it was a flex? Because remember, you was just like, I don't think it was a flex, but it had to be a flex if she posted it on social media.
I mean, I guess, like I said, I'm old, so I'm flex. I guess that's a good thing. But I guess flex is pretty much like with this. I guess she's pretty much trying to say, hey, look, my man's supporting. I could kind of tell within the first sentence, it's a support for me. So she basically just trying to say, hey, look, I got a man that supports my dreams. So
okay. So it's not I have a man that I got like look, I got him like that.
It's like, look, my man is supporting me do my business. And now he got to get all these stuff off his fingers. But you know what I'm saying? Which I get. You know, but I don't think it's like telling a chick, oh, yo, look, now if she was like, yo, Jerron is helping me do my nails and all that, then it's different. But she's just like, it's a support. And I mean, she said, like it's literally self-explanatory, saying he knows I don't have many people to practice on, so he let me practice on him. I mean, truth be told, he really might be like, all right, babe, go ahead. Him not thinking how deep this is about to go, and it just go crazy. He probably like, yo, what you do to my fans?
But to me, it's like, what's next? His toenails gonna be painted? Like, she gonna put a lace front on him? Like,
and look,
support.
Look, that's one thing that we don't need to worry about.
That's true.
Like I said, maybe I'm just different. I don't really worry about other stuff, but we don't need to. I mean, people can worry about it all they want. I know people that are in relationships, celebrity relationships, and they don't even be knowing these people. Like, I know people that be like, oh yeah, so-and-so was dating this person and this person. I'm like, you creating a narrative in your brain. You about to rack your brain about something that you're going to forget about in 5 hours.
But it's more so like a bigger topic, I guess. I want to address as a woman, like, are we emasculating our men? Like, is this emasculating men? Does this like, is this a good look for men? I guess, like, is what I'm trying to say.
Nah. I ain't about to say it. Nah, bro, it's not. But their age group and the internet is really mainly for them. It's just, oh yeah, he's supporting me. It's this and this. But emasculation does happen a lot outside of painting nails. You know You know what I'm saying? Like it do happen a lot.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And we'll go to my second point, but yeah, I agree. My friend, she's watching on Instagram Live and she said they sell mannequins with the nails. And that's what I was saying. Because I felt like it's just like I understand him wanting to support, but he could have supported that way. Because at the same time, I felt like it was a waste of time for him to be getting all that done. You know, nails be taking a long time to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Okay, so let me read with the I don't know why it's not showing what the comments were for this. Like I'm like very upset. Let me make
you on the computer.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So the poster said she's preparing her man for a hot girl summer. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that. And then she also said, some of you women clearly prefer the masculine role in the relationship. And complain about these feminine men. A masculine man would show support by simply getting her a mannequin. There we go. Not allow him to do nails on him. It's not about being secured in his masculinity. It's just that certain things are simply off limits to masculine men. This isn't a masculine man here. He's the feminine in this relationship dynamic, clearly. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I'm listening to you. I thought he had nails on his other hand too, but no, I mean it is limits to what's going on with it when it comes to that.
But you know what? Here, this is what I want to say.
Right.
If to me, I feel like obviously she really don't like him or respect him as a man. I kind of get what the person is saying because I would never even ask my man to do that. I wouldn't even think to put you in that kind of position. Like, you know what I mean? You could support me other ways, but I'm not about to do your nails. Like,
but remember what I said? These is teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Most like, I don't know their age. I'm just, saying. If these is teenagers, hey, babe, can you help me do this? Yeah, I got you, babe. Anything for you.
Even more so, when I was a teenager, those be the guys you like the tough, you know what I mean? Like the masculine men. Like now that I'm older, it's just like, oh, okay, you know what I mean?
How old are you?
I am 30 as well, but you're saying teenager, so I'm thinking as a teenager, you definitely care about you don't want your man looking like you definitely gonna care more about appearances at that age. You know what I mean?
So times have changed though. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like either we wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think these rappers is running around with purses and all that type of wild stuff.
And that's where it's coming from. See, that's more of the yeah, I feel like it's coming from that.
These young boys is getting paint on their nails anyway. Mm-hmm. So they just like it's whatever, because like you said, you could either go for clout or you could be, popping or whatever. And you got to think this is the kids' outlet of showing the world what they do. Like how we was growing up, we could text, call, maybe AOL or something, but everything is just on here.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, how can you take out the trash for me? Because I feel like I still think about traditional roles. Like you gonna break your nail now? Like we both. Two baddies in the house. Like, I just don't. And you know what? It's kind of scary if this is our youth and this is where they're going to. We are in very, very big trouble if this is the youth. So let me read some other things. Let's see what she said.
I ain't having kids till I'm 40 something.
Huh?
I ain't having kids till I'm 40 something. There's a lot going on. They got to pass this wave first. Once they pass the wave, then we can make something happen. Too crazy.
You don't have to wait. Well, that's your choice to wait, but it's more so about the parent. You as an individual, because you are your child's first influence. You know what I mean?
Life.
Huh?
Fact of life. That's true.
Yeah. So I feel like just be a cool parent. I feel like that's one thing that my mom was towards me. Like, she told me right from wrong, but she also related the lessons to herself. And I always liked that about my mom. Like, I hope I can be a parent like that because, you know what I mean? She just never made herself out to be perfect. She always, humanized herself towards me. And that just made me listen to her more. Like some people feel like they can't talk to their parents. And it's probably because their parents come off as being so perfect and never made a mistake or never did anything wrong. And that's just my mom never did that. So that's why I'm just it really depends on the parent. You
And you
know,
gotta think these kids is raised like you can have your parents in the household, but these kids is raised and watching stuff on here. You know what I'm saying? So
that's where you come in as a parent and be like,
that's what I'm saying. You know, half them parents, most parents nowadays, they don't. Parents nowadays is like 30 years, like our age, and we
that
still trying to
don't
get
matter. My mom is not even 50 yet, so I had a young mom growing up. You know what I mean? My mom is only 18 years older than me.
See, that's what I'm saying. Our lives was different versus these kids. Most parents don't even care. Like I
But
know,
you know what? You're right. I see what you're saying. Like how babies be having babies.
yeah,
Like I get it. Yeah, but it could be like.
I know homies. I know homegirls right now that got children. They go out to the club while they grandmom or they over mom is looking over the child and he's running around and you know I don't judge people, but it's like that, and it sucks that we got to see this sitting here, but that's only because we're older and we see what's going on. So
yeah, I think eventually they'll grow out of that phase, like you know what I mean, like the dropping their child off to their like eventually they grow out of that. Like sometimes parenthood don't hit them automatically.
everything is going to change. Everything going to change in life as we all know it. I'm saying everything is going to get out of their way. The mumble rap left. This is going to leave. But the fact is, he got to sit on the internet and look at this. Like, I really did this when I was 21, 22. Then explaining to his kids, and I'm like, yo, Pop, why you got this on your hands? Let me, son, tell you about this something, son. You know? And I mean, hey, somebody say next thing, she's going to try to let Eric just slay his wig. He going to support it because she's his queen.
Ain't I just say that? Like, what's next? Like, you about to put a frontal on? And if you feel the only way you can truly bond with your man is doing feminine or girlfriend activities, that says everything we need to know about these two. We got to teach them young. We got to teach them young. All right, so let me go to my next point.
That's crazy.
Because like you said, it's other things. So let me get your perspective on this second one.
Proposing to a man.
So number 2 way.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I already know proposing to a man. Don't do it.
Number 2 way that I believe that women emasculate men is by proposing to men. What are your thoughts on that, Isaiah?
Yes, we get to talk about this. So I ain't gonna put everything out there, but long story short, I gotta propose to you. I got to, like, because I plan to get married within the next couple years, but with me, I have to be into you enough to say I want to marry. My mindset has to be, I want to live without you. You could say I want to get married. I want to do this. I want to do that. You could tell me, cool. But in my brain, I'm like, we might as well just skip steps and get married. That's what you want to do. Like, I want to get married, but I have to. I guess most men, including myself, we have to really want to do it, because I feel like when we go hard and want to do it, then it's like everything is more easy for y'all. It's like, okay, I finally got it, but I got it when I least expected it. Like, it's kind of like I knew I wanted it, but I didn't know when it was going to happen. And when you get it, like, oh, snap. That's just my opinion.
Okay. So let me chime in a little bit about that. So when you said you want to be the person to do it or feel that, what if the girl feels that way quicker than you do? So she decides to propose. Like, what's wrong with that?
Oh, I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be weirded out. I'm like, it's not gonna work. Because you got to think, in the Bible, the man's supposed to pursue the woman anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a natural pursuing. It ain't supposed to be the woman. Like, can you picture yourself proposing to a guy?
No, you better chop my legs off so I can't even get on one knee.
Like, no matter how bad you want to be with him, can you literally get on one knee or however y'all gonna propose and be like, here, marry me? Like, that's not gonna seem weird to you as a woman. Like, and then you get in when you get married, he got to pay for everything, and you didn't. I don't know. Just in my brain, it just sounds crazy.
But Isaiah, I'm trying to tell you, women is doing it. They're trying to say it's a part of women empowerment and.
But that goes back to the first point of the guy with the nails. See what I'm saying?
No, put them together.
Break it down. In my brain, I'm breaking it down, right? How you saying it's part of the women, they making the moves, they pushing for whatever they want done, right? Same thing with the dude with the nails. She want to get this done. She, yo, here, put these on the hands, put this on, put this on, put this on. Like it's like women are pushing more and more for this lifestyle that they may not be ready for. They may or may not be. And it's like, I understand. And I was talking to my homegirl about it. Like, we 30 plus. She like, at this point, I'm just over dating. Marry me or marry me or just jump off a bridge. That's exactly how she feels. Because it's like, the pickings are slim for people that actually know what they want done. You know, and that's real to me. Shoot, they slim for a young black brother like myself. That's why I'm out here just building my businesses. I don't be too much going on.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I feel like when you're in your purpose, doing your thing, then a person will come along, especially for the man. I feel like I heard someone say, like a pastor or something, that Adam was working before God brought Eve to him. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna help me, you got to have something for me to help you with. You know, I can't come in and, you know, there I go, emasculating you. Like, okay, babe, do X, Y, and Z. I can help you, but I don't want to be directing you. You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, why am I even with you?
I feel like with me, I ain't gonna say I gotta know the girl to a T, but I gotta know her in and out to the point where it's like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? When they say, and I think I said this last time, when a guy say he knows, I'm trying to tell a lot of, like, I be telling women, we know. And when we know that's the one, we gonna do anything to make it the one.
I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen one more time. Share. Because I want you to see what's going on. What's going on? Chrome tab. So Isaiah, this is a real thing. I just want to show you that this is a real thing. Like, you see these pictures?
Okay.
See? Like, it's starting to really take over.
I personally thought this was just for social media, but apparently it's a real life thing.
Yes.
I'm starting to think that people, now that you showed me this, I'm starting to think people are taking these pictures off of Google and posting them on social media and having people talk about them. Now that I see this, I'm like, so I could do this. I don't know, just crossed my brain. Like,
these are real pictures.
But you know what? What's name did it? What's shorty name that did it?
Chrissy.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I just thought about that. She was the first person to start all of this, so it's her fault.
Exactly.
But you're right, because like you said, I now see what you're kind of saying. She wanted to get married, so she pressed the issue. But when Jim seen it, Jim is kind of like, all right, you my lady, so I'm gonna go along with it. But in his head, he like, this doesn't make sense.
Why she do that?
So I get what you're saying. Okay, I see it. Because once you mentioned it, I was like, okay, makes sense.
Oh no, I don't agree with it. I was just like, throwing a little, spicing it up a little.
Sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if we're talking about that, I'm like, Chrissy, I understand you want to get met. I don't know, I'm not a woman, but I think my friend told me it's a thing where some women have like a biolog, was it a clock, I guess, after a certain age, they either can't have kids or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a woman, so ladies, don't get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I see what y'all are saying now. So let's just hypothetically say after 33 and you still single at 33, it's like, all right, I got to get married some way, somehow now. Like, I don't really care at this point. And it's kind of like, and truth be told, I ain't gonna lie to you. To me, that's unattractive. Like, if you saying I want to get married, I get you. You want to get married to the right one? Cool. But you got to discern what the right one is. And even if you find the right one, don't run them off in old ways. But yeah, don't just get married to anybody. Because it's going to suck when you get married and be like, yeah, I got married. The dude not happy. He going to be mad. He going to be miserable, bored. Why are you so mad? Like, you married me when I'm not good enough for you? No, it's just that I don't even know if I wanted to really marry you forever.
That is good. And really, in the Jim Jones Chrissy case, she was better off leaving him than proposing to him, because by that time they was married for years. So if that's the case, he should already know if he want to marry you by now. You know what I mean? Like,
they've been together for a long time.
It don't take people. It don't take men that long. Like, the men that's actually married be saying, like, I knew it after our third date. I knew it the first time. Like, they don't take long.
And people really think that's a lie. Like, we really know. But the problem is, the way the world is set up, like let's say me and you, right? Me and you date. I can say, yo, I want to marry her ASAP. But in your brain, we vibing, we doing good. But it's like, I don't know if I can marry you for the rest of my life, but I know I can marry you. That's why I said I got to be the guy to make it happen, because it's a catch-22. It's like, I know I want to marry you and I'm going to do anything to pursue you, but you might be like, no, this ain't it.
But no, but before you would propose, you would be able to tell, like, you know what I mean? Like, you would be getting the vibe that I would want the same thing too. You know what I mean? That's probably the part of it that is make you want to propose, because you're like, okay, yeah, she could be. You know what I mean? We vibe. I just feel like you would know. You know what I mean?
And that's why I say it's a tough thing, because it's like, all right, you would know. And even, and truth be told, I actually had a conversation with a woman one time. What did I say to her? I said, if you were treated correctly back in the day, and let's say you date somebody now and he treats you like trash, you would be like, oh, this is not how I'm supposed to be treated. I'm out. But since the roles is reversed, where a lot of women have been treated like trash, most of them, and they get a good guy that wants to marry her, really show her a good time, she's like, nah, this isn't how real love is supposed to be.
In that case, you done saved yourself some trouble, because she don't need to get married either. She needs to get a therapist first. Yeah. She's still carrying that baggage. The point of it is to love like you never been hurt before, or to be like you never been hurt before. So in that case, like, you dodged a bullet with her, because man, I got time to unpack your burdens. Okay, I am not them.
I don't know. It sucks, because you can even say, hey, I want to go out with you. Let's go on a date. Cool. And it sucks, because most people that want to go on dates, their mindset is already, why are we going on a date? What do you want from this? I just want to go out. Or some women might even say, I want to go on a date. Like, I see women post on Facebook, I want to go on a date. I bet, cool. They just want to get up and get cute and throw on a dress and say, I'm on a date. Not going to talk to him again, but I'm on a date. I'm like, man, that ain't, I don't know. I live a whole totally different life than the actual, as they say in the Bible, be part of it or be in the world, but not of it. I literally live that life. Like, I could tell you what's going on, but I'm like, this, I don't really care, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with me. It's kind of horrible if you ask me.
Yeah, it's more so like, it's the same thing women go through. I can't date nobody if I'm unpacking their baggage. Like, you know, like, no.
It's like, it's healed versus unhealed. Like, a lot of men, me, a couple other homies that I be with, they healed. They married, they doing their thing. Cool. Some women I know, healed, good money. And then you got a healed and an unhealed person trying to make it work. That's hard. People, that's harder than what you think it is, because it's like, you know how to communicate, know how to do everything. Then you got somebody that's still, when you tell them the actual look on another side of how they thinking, they ready to turn up and go off on you. And that ties into emasculating a man, because it's like, dang, like, I'm a man, like, you want to submit to me, this and this, or whatever the case is, how I'm going to do that when you're not letting me be a man. You just trying to still override the situation. At some point, if we in this for like 6-9 months, you're going to have to let me show you something. And it's kind of like you got to go through hoops to show some women that
you don't actually have to do that. That just means that she's not your wife, because the person, okay, a lot of women say they won't submit, but it's more so they just don't have nobody that they feel is worth submitting to. Because I bet you they would submit to Drake if he asked. I bet you know what I mean? So they know how women don't let that.
I know.
They know, but it's just not, they don't feel like they can submit to you. That's how come I was like, with the nails thing, I felt like she just don't respect him as a man, because I felt like the person that posted is right. Like, it's just some things I'm not going to ask my man to do, because I just find that like feminine and girly. I know you're trying to support me, but I'm not going to sit up there and make you, I may want to do braids, but I'm not about to put these braids in your hair. I just wouldn't even think in my
mind. Like, hey, babe, put these nails on.
No, right. I just wouldn't, if I respected you. And if I didn't care about you, then yeah. And I would post it on social media. Because that's another thing too. She didn't even think about how that image could like how other people may perceive that. And I feel like that's a thing that you have to consider as well. Like, I'm going to protect your feelings and from the world. Like, okay, this is probably between us, but somebody else may look at that and see it the wrong way. So I'm not going to post it. But the fact she posted it shows to me, she really didn't care either.
Yeah, she just, like I said, and the thing is, you're right. She just wanted, now that you say that, I get it. Because it's like, but also she just wanted to show, oh, my man supports me. When in reality, she probably told him, yo, babe, I'm about to put these on your hands, yada, yada, yada. Because that's 90% of what these pictures are. Yo, babe, I'm about to do this. Let's do this for the internet. Boom. You do it. Caption, he's supporting me. When in reality, you already told me that you're going to go do this.
Or maybe I could see if he just did like one nail or something. Like, all right, you done. I'm done.
The whole joint.
You got the hang of it now. But the whole thing, I don't know.
Nah, he got the whole hand, bro. He got the whole hand. It sucks, but at the end of the day, that's what he want to get into. Me personally, I ain't doing that. I'm 30 years old. Not allowing him to provide her help. Ooh.
So this is my third way that I believe that women emasculate men. And I feel like I could be guilty of the help part.
Right.
I just feel like, no, I got it. I can open up the door. I can like take my groceries. But now, like you said, as we get older, I'm in my feminine. And I just be like, yes, thank you. Oh, you know what this also goes with? Not accepting the compliment. Like sometimes I feel like men could be like, oh, you look nice today. And then a woman would be like, no, I don't like my hair. That is so like, you're being a Debbie Downer.
Like often, because she's been told often, that ain't how you supposed to look. Because I got a friend right now, like I might just talk to her like, hey, you look nice today, homie. She's like, thanks. And I asked her one day, I said, well, I just be talking to you, compliment you, because that's my friend. I'm like, why you feel a certain way? She's like, to be honest, I don't know how to take compliments. I said, what you mean? She said, well, guys have always complimented me, but it always came with something. I'm like, oh. So she was like, yeah, so when guys ask me to help or they want to help me or provide something for me, it usually comes with the, yo, let's do X, Y, Z. I'm like, oh, I get it now. So it's kind of like you already know the end result. It's just kind of like hey, I'm going to give you something. Here you go. Oh, thanks. So what's your name? Like, my man, just say you look good and keep it rolling. You ain't got to be all exes. I was like, that makes sense. But yeah, not allowing him to provide her help.
Well, I'm going to go back to what your friend said, because just because they expect something doesn't mean you have to provide it or give it.
She's
say thank you, and that's it.
Here's the thing, though. She's a people pleaser. Okay,
so that's really not the men's fault. That's something I feel like, we as women have to work on, because it's like women that like teach this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like get men to spend stuff on them and they not doing nothing. You know what I mean? They get flued out and not doing it. You know what I mean? So I know it can be done.
But the crazy part is there's a girl a lady I seen on IG. Her name is Rich Auntie. And she be posting like she'd be like, Rich Auntie, sis, if he's not giving you no money, then do something so he'll give you money. Like that's like she's saying, take the man for all the money he got, or take him for whatever he has and leave him. That's the whole moral of her stance and her brand. I'm like,
not seen her yet.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. You gonna look at her like, wow, she's wild. But in my brain, I'm just like, dang. But yeah, not allowing him to provide her help. Me personally, I like to help. Like it's just fun to me. It's like writing a song. I love to do it. So I can help anybody in the world, provide for anybody that wants to, and I won't think nothing of it. But when you tell me no, like I get mad. I'm like, this is what I like to do. Why are you telling me I can't do what I love to do?
Yeah.
Or they might say, Isaiah, what do you want from this? Nothing. I just like to do this. It's fun. I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's a part that women have to work on too. Like everybody is not out to get you. And even if they are, you can control that. Like
not facts.
If somebody tries to push further, no. That is that word right there is your word to keep boundaries around you.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you want to thank somebody for taking you out to eat or I don't know, whatever, you can send them a thank you card. If you feel like you must give something in return, A nice thank you card would be nice.
Nah, fact.
A nice find out what he into, but don't. I think what we're hitting at is don't feel like you have to use your body, because that's something that you can't. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say give back, but you give back. But look, money can be replaced. Whatever he spent on you, you can like give that back to him. Whatever clothes he bought, you can give that back. But like your body is something that's like non-transferable, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So you don't feel like you have to use that as a bargaining tip, like bargaining coin or something like that. No, if you feel like you want to give something back, do something nice. Like I don't know, send him a
thank you card or something.
Somewhat.
A thank you card or something.
Right, that's all. But don't feel like you have to give anything more than what you feel comfortable with. There we go. Don't feel like you have to give more than what you are comfortable with giving. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that kind of party. If that's the case, he needs to hire himself a prostitute, because they are the ones that exchange like money for services. You know what I mean? But you're not that. So you don't. You know, you just stand your ground. Okay.
I wish
he didn't. I'm sure he didn't have a gun held up to his head when he was giving you stuff, or you know.
Yeah.
So that means he did it on his free will. So don't feel that way, ladies. That's just my 2 cents, you know. And just go be out in the open too. Don't go back to his room. Don't go back to his house. Don't be in his car. Like just be in open places. You know what I mean? If you're that kind of person, you feel like you're a people pleaser, and if you may try something you don't know what to do, like don't even put yourself in that situation. Just be out in the open. And if he don't want to take you out in the open, you know everything that you need to know right there.
It's going down.
Your losses. I think for women, we kind of fantasize the idea of like romance and relationships too much, that we get like caught up in our feelings. We emotionally invest too soon, instead of just like waiting it out like men do. Like, am I right? Men kind of, like you said, you was like, I gotta see the girl, I gotta know her, I gotta like, you know what I mean? And women don't do that. It's just more so like, oh, he's a man. Come on. you check, that's it. But men, like, they just really pace themselves. And I feel like women can learn from that. Just pace yourself. You know what I mean? You don't want to like rush anything too, because you might ruin a friendship, even though y'all may not work in a relationship way, but getting to know each other, you would have found that out. You know what I mean? So that's also a thing too. Y'all may not be boyfriend, girlfriend material, but y'all could still be good friends. But if you start like touching each other, feeling each other, you know, you could have messed up a good thing. You know, something like
story of life.
Story
of life at this point with a lot of people.
What you mean?
Everybody's like this. That's how some people's lives are. You mess with good things, it's over with.
Yeah.
Don't do too much about it though.
Right. True.
It's either the guy is wrong, the girl is wrong, somebody wrong. It's over with.
But just, you know, pace yourself. That's all I have to say.
Thanks.
So those were my 3 ways that women emasculate men, as told by sin. And again, that was you know, using a man as a flunky, trying to flex and stun on people, proposing to a man, and not allowing a man to provide. Is there anything that you want to add to that, Isaiah? Is there one point in particular? I already think I know the point in particular that you just like, this is definitely number 1. Or is there anything you would like to add as a man that you just felt like, ladies, y'all do too much when y'all do that?
Yeah, just learn to compromise. Now I ain't gonna say ladies, because you know how it is when you say pinpoint ladies, they go, what about? So I ain't gonna do that, but
you say some women.
Yeah, some women. Compromise in conversation. Like me personally, if you can add value to the conversation and you know something more than I do, I'm gonna listen. I like to learn. Tell me something. If I'm telling you something, don't sit here and overpower it. Like, no, it's like this. It's like this. I'm like, I'm telling you because I do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, I'm not trying to discredit what you're saying, but this is another way of thinking of how this is done. I know this because I do this. This is my job. This is what I'm good at. This is what I study. You know what I'm saying? Once you figure this out, you cool to go.
That's good. that is emasculating a man.
Right.
By making it seem like he don't know what he's talking about and you know more. So
Yeah, because like I said, being a man, you have to let us be men. That's one thing a lot of women, I'm not gonna say a lot, some women do
well,
not.
you said a lot, so you didn't say all, but you said a lot, so that was fine.
Some women, or some all, they don't know how to let us be men. Like literally, they don't.
Explain more. That's good. That's good. Let me add way number 4. Go ahead.
But y'all ain't gonna let us talk and be honest how we need to be. And if we are honest to you, it's like, you know, oh, you don't need this, or they want to argue. Like, one thing about me, I got stress levels. I don't like arguing. And within the first 3 portions of the conversation, if it goes left field, I'm like, you know what? I'm cool off of this. Let's just agree to disagree and call it a day. Because I know for a fact, if we argue about this, it's pointless because we're going to talk 2 to 5 hours later or the next day. Maybe that's just me.
You know what? I like what you said on this because it reminds me of something that I remember T.D. Jake said. He said a lot of women make the mistakes of turning their boyfriends into their girlfriends. Basically what we're talking about. Like men, like you just said, don't like to argue. But we as women, we can go back and forth on one topic over and over and over again. And you know what I mean? That's how come the comments on that picture was from women. You know what I mean? Because we can look at things one way and this person that, you know, that's just our thing. But I think that I'm glad that you said what you said, that women just don't know how to let men be men. And understanding that y'all don't like to argue. Go argue with your girlfriend, sis, but don't argue with your man.
Yeah, I was telling that, like, you got to think. We're out here, not saying in the street, but we just out in the streets in life trying to, we don't talk anyway. So we trying to navigate our way through life, period. We come home, it's an argument. Yeah, this, and this. I'm like, I just want to come home to just somebody that's going to listen to the conversation. You ain't got to chime in on everything. Just listen to what I'm saying. Just so I can vent to somebody. You can keep it to yourself. You can tell your girlfriend, whatever. Just let me vent it to you so I can start to say, okay, I could trust somebody with this conversation. I could trust you with this conversation. Trust you with this conversation. And once I start trusting you with a whole bunch of conversations, I can spill my guts out and tell you everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, like I said, that's just me.
No, that's good to know because me, I don't like for people to vent to me. I'm just going to like think of all the solutions. Like, okay, you could do this. But really, all a person may be trying to do is just vent. So I'm glad, well, you opened my eyes to that part.
And I respect people that want to look for solutions. But sometimes you got people that vent to look for answers and you got rhetorical venters. I call it rhetorical venters because it's like, don't say nothing. Listen to what's going on. Because if I can get it off of my chest, it'll make my whole life easier. So if I'm arguing with you about freaking the dishes, I'm actually like, dang, my best friend just died. And I'm tripping out over that. But I can't tell you this. So we about to argue about these dishes when I'm not really trying to argue about the dishes. I'm just finding ways to like, all right, look. Sometimes us guys low-key be wanting y'all to ask, what's wrong? We really want to just spill it as soon as you say, hey, babe, what's wrong? This, and this, and this, and this, and this. Why, really? Yeah. I mean, think about it. Not saying y'all, but y'all argue and talk to us 3-4 hours a day. Y'all be on the phone trying to argue with us. And we let it happen. Why can't we just vent to you? What's the difference?
Right. No, you're right.
Yeah, like you can argue with us on the phone about a girl or a post liked or whatever. And we'll listen. Even though we know it's not true, but we'll listen. Why can't we just vent to you about our friends passing away, our, situation, our old, why can't we do that? I don't know. People say, girls be like, man, you rather just go get a therapist. Yeah, we can get a therapist, but sometimes we want somebody that we trust. Most therapists we get are either men or women, but they're paid to listen to our problems.
Right.
And they paid to give us a solution or whatever the case is. Some of them. I'd rather vent to my girl because she's going to give me an honest solution. She's going to give me that, I'm not getting paid for this, but I actually care for your soul instead of just I'm listening. Because the difference between hearing somebody and listening to them and understanding them, you can hear what I'm saying. I hear you, but are you listening? Do you understand it? Do you comprehend why I'm like this? So if you see me get mad, I know why he's like this. When a lot of people you get relationships, they say, "Yo, why your girl know this? Why you this know this?" Because they study each other just by conversation and comprehension. So if you see me getting mad over something random, I know why he's mad. Oh, he just lost XYZ. And I ain't even had to tell you. Dang, that's crazy. You see how it is? If you told me, yo, my favorite flowers are red roses, right? You told me right now, 3 months later, I go get you roses. You like, wow, you remember that? Now I know why that made me happy. You knew roses. Same thing with venting. Just, my opinion only though.
No, I think it was necessary. And I really feel like you just helped women, some women, because everybody gonna listen to
Hopefully I helped y'all.
Yeah, some women navigate how to be women to their men. Because right, that's something good. So I'm glad you actually provided us a solution. So that's how to make your man feel like a man. Look, we gave y'all a bonus. We did 3 ways to demasculate your man, but now we have 1 way to build him up, to, make him feel like the man.
Because like y'all say, y'all want the women empowerment and queendom and all that from guys. Cool. But we want to feel, you got to think, you want a man to submit, right? I bet. Listen to what he says, because when you figure out what he says, you like, dang, you would be surprised. You would be surprised if you get in a relationship. You would be surprised how much your man knows if you just listen. I promise you. Like, instead of you just arguing with him about little stuff, if you do argue or converse in a calm tone.
Exactly. Really, I feel like you can't argue. You don't argue. You can argue, but it should never be like hurtful or something, you know, because I can't really even be mad at somebody I really care about, because I care about them. So I'm going to watch what I say or how I say it. And honestly, I'm not going to have like hurtful thoughts in my heart anyway. You know what I mean? Because that means like I was harboring, that was inside of me this whole entire time. Yeah. You know what I mean? This how come a lot of times my friendships or relationships end, because it's like, you felt that way? And you never said anything? That's scary. That's like psychopathic behavior to me. Because I guess I'm more like expressive with my feelings. Like, I may not want to talk about it right away, but I'll eventually say something about it. But for people to just like say something like offhand, it's just like, oh my gosh, you felt that way? And it's just, I just don't like it. Like, I don't ever think negative about people.
I was actually watching a Nipsey Hussle interview with Lauren London. And I took this because that's one of my favorite rappers. Well, I took this from him that made mad sense. It was a GQ joint. She asked what are ways to make me mad, or what do I get mad about? Guess what he said?
What do you say?
I don't know. She was like, what you mean? She was like, I don't think about making you mad, so I can't answer this question. And that stuck with me. I was like, you know what? That's how us men should treat women. And I keep that with every woman I talk to as a friend or whatever. Because think about this. If you think about how you'll never make your woman mad, you'll understand her way more.
There we go. And that's what a relationship should be about. Like, selflessly loving somebody as you would want someone to love you. I don't, I'm like.
And I tell people all the time, when you're in a relationship, I told my friend this. You can be in a relationship, but be single at the same time. And I'm going to explain what that means. When you're in a relationship, you're with your girl, this is my baby, whatever the case is, boom. But when you leave her, you do your thing. Don't cheat on her. Don't do nothing extra. But everything you were doing before you met her, go do it. Go play ball. Go studio. Go do what you do. Ladies, do what you do. Do what you do. When y'all come back together, yo, babe, I just scored 30 points in this pickup game. Word, I just did some hair for this stylist. Because now you are building a rapport on what your regular life is together versus, oh, we got to be around each other all the time, which is cool. Y'all can text, whatever the case is. But you want to have a single life while you're together without cheating.
I like
And that's
that.
how I carry my relationships when I get one. But
I agree. And I feel like it helps women especially not be needy. Because you have
Mhm.
like a life outside of your man. Like that's how some of the problems start too. Because now he just can't get a break or a breather. You know what I mean? And you should have like some outside activity. But it's a little bit how women are wired, or
Yeah,
maybe
thanks.
society. Did they make it out to be relationships and marriage as the pin, like the thing that you have to get. And it should just be one part of your journey. Like, you know what I mean? One thing along the journey of other things you're going on, you know? It should not be
Yeah.
for everything. It should just be like a part of it.
Like my homie just got married. Like he literally just got married last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
He doing his thing, but they've been rocking out for 11 plus years, which was dope through everything. But he knew that's the one he wanted to be with. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to what you're saying. They knew, they was dealing with each other. But it's crazy because sometimes even relationships, yeah, I want to be with you, and then they get mad. I'm good off of you, yada yada yada. Most dudes nowadays is like, all right, cool. Well, I'm cool. I'm not about to try to stay around for this. I'm out because men know their worth too. And
Yes.
the crazy part is society doesn't teach that, or the social media world doesn't show that. They
Mm-hmm.
say men know your worth. What they really mean for us is just know what type of women is this, what you won't take from a woman. In reality, bro, like know who you are as a man in Christ. Once you figure this out, bro, you'll be. I told my man this. Yes, I said, bro, once you figure out what type of person is you and God, I promise you, your life will be the simplest thing in the world. He was like, well, I said, try it, bro. I'm telling you. I told him, I said, bro, when you come to this side with God or whatever it is out there, you not going back this way, bro. I told you, and I look at that in a relationship with a woman. It's like once you find a woman or a person, a friend, whatever you want to call it, or a person, as they say these days, that make you feel happy and they understand you. You can just have a general conversation, God first, or whatever the case is. Your mind is not thinking about what's going on, you know what I'm saying, with this old thing. But then again, that's my opinion only, and that's how I move. I can't speak for everybody. That's how I am.
Mm-hmm. I think that was an amazing way to end our
Sure.
conversation. Um, to end it with God. I just love that. That just puts the icing on the cake because that is the number one relationship, the relationship you have with God and the relationship that you have with yourself. So I appreciate you sharing that, Isaiah. I actually have to go. Oh,
Oh,
some
no, for
I got
sure.
things to do. No, I have an online class to take at 6:30. So I wanted to hop on and talk on this topic while I was fresh on my mind. So thank you again for joining me. It was very nice hearing your male perspective and, your tips and your jewels. So, guys, do not forget to hit up Isaiah for your
Yeah,
videographer needs. He's also an artist. So, don't forget to look him up on
I
iTunes, get
do a lot.
music. Yes, we'll have him on again so we could talk about all that he does. But thank you again, everybody, for joining me. And thank you
Sure.
again, Isaiah, for talking to us about this topic. So, ladies, don't emasculate your men, and we can walk away with knowing that we should listen more. All right, guys.
Sure.
Talk to you soon.